A very good morning to everyone today. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options and your morning market preparation video for July 13th, 2017. Well, my goodness, the bulls really showed up to play yesterday, didn't they? They popping that market up, moving us up strongly. That was fantastic. Right Way Options members, we had some great profits yesterday. Congratulations on that. But now we really need to see some follow through. So first, let me take a look at the diamonds here. The diamonds made a new record high close yesterday. Awesome. Breaking out, pushing up there, and the bulls held up all day. The bears, took a run at this earlier in the day, and I was concerned around noon yesterday that the bears might come back in and push this into the gap, but the bulls held up, maintained that gap, and held us up. But here's the important thing: it's going to be extremely important that that gap gets held today as well. We need to see some follow through, and the reason I say that is just imagine what this would look like if we fall into this gap and we put in a big red candle or black candle in my charts today. This would have a completely different picture or completely different look to it, wouldn't it? How quickly our enthusiasm for bullishness might slip away. So it's going to be really important that we see those bulls hold on to this gap and defend it today. They need to hang in there and push this market up, or at least hold it right here and prevent it from slipping back down into the breach here. Now, if we do happen to fall, if the bulls can't maintain this, and we do drift down in here, everyone should have a plan prepared for the possibility of a really quick sell-off. And the reason I say that is there's going to be a lot of stop losses under here. Okay, and not just on the diamonds, it'll be across the market. There'll be a lot of stop losses, and if we fail, you'll see those sell orders come in really, really fast, and the market could have a really quick dip. After that, I couldn't tell you what would happen, whether we will defend it, bounce it back up, what will go on there. But if that occurs, be prepared for that possibility. Okay, I'm hoping that doesn't occur, but it certainly could. Now, we could get a little bit of help out of the earnings calendar today. This morning on the earnings calendar, we have jobless claims at 8:30, followed right behind by the producer price index, PPI. Both of those are expected to come in about where they have been. So probably not a big surprise there, but if there happens to be a surprise, that could move the market one way or the other, depending on how that surprise comes in. Janet Yellen then kicks off round two with the Senate Banking Committee at 9:30. She did a good job yesterday, keeping the market up. The market seemed to like what she had to say, so let's hope she follows through with that today. There's another Fed speaker at 1 and then Treasury budget at 2 o'clock, but those are not nearly as important as what goes on this morning. So keep an eye on that morning news. Now, on the earnings calendar, we have, 18 companies, it looks like 18 companies reporting earnings this morning. And we'll want to keep an eye on those earnings as we start heading into this new quarter, this new round of earnings. We're going to start having to watch every time we buy a new chart, every time we're holding something. We want to be aware of when those earnings are coming out so that we're not caught by surprise by them. And then tomorrow we kick over into really what I consider the kickoff of third quarter earnings, because we have Citibank, JP Morgan, and WFC, okay, that will report tomorrow, Wells Fargo. So that's going to be a big day, and it's going to be important that we see those banks perform well if we're going to hold this market up. So, hey, with that in mind, Right Way Option members, we're in a nice position on Citibank right now, but we're not in a good enough position that I feel comfortable holding it through earnings. There's just not enough cushion there. So it's performed well. We've got a 20% gain, in that trade. My suggestion today is we capture that profit before earnings Friday morning and put that in the bank so that we're safe. We can always buy it back after earnings, but let's capture those gains, and add them to the BABA gains yesterday of another 20% that we took out of the market. So let's take a look at the SPY here. SPY gapped up and remained the strongest of all the indexes yesterday. And if you remember, I was marking this up showing, the concern of this resistance yesterday, the concern of this resistance, the concern of this resistance yesterday. And all of those were breached all at once. We just popped and broke through, leaving this gap behind. Now, I want everyone, as bullish as that was, okay, and as bullish as that is, I want everyone to go in with your eyes wide open and realize we still haven't broken this resistance level or this resistance level. So the SPY is still under resistance. If this were to fail, if we were to drift down and fill this gap, I think confidence, again, just like in the diamonds, would quickly erode. So be careful and let's watch that closely. We don't want that gap to give up. We need them to hold on to it, okay? So watch that closely. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM gapped up to this resistance high, and once again, that resistance proved to be pretty darn strong, and we still haven't been able to breach back above that. And unfortunately, right now this morning, we're showing an open right down here at the bottom of that. So here again, as great as yesterday was, let's keep in mind that the IWM, the SPY, and the Qs still remain under resistance, okay? And if that resistance comes in and starts to play to the downside, and this gap could get filled very quickly, I'm afraid confidence could evaporate very, very fast. So watch that closely. We need that to hold up. And last but not least is the Qs. Qs did a great job yesterday, gapping up, leaving this gap behind, breaking through this resistance right here, this price resistance. But we're still close enough in here, depending on how you draw this downtrend line. This is where we would look for a failure if a failure were to occur. Also, we have this resistance right here, and this resistance right here, and this resistance right here that the Qs still have to chew through. So there's a lot of work here for the Qs to do. This is the place where you would be watchful. Anywhere between here and here, I was suggesting we would be watchful for a potential failure. So let's hope that doesn't occur today. Let's hope that we can maintain this gap. We don't slip back into that big hole that we left behind yesterday. So Qs, hang in there. Everybody get out your pom-poms and cheer for the bulls today. We need them to show up in force. We need them to remain strong. We don't want to see this slip back down and encourage those bears to come back out. Let's take a real quick look at the VIX. Oops. The VIX slipped back down here, and we're breaking down below this, what I call this danger zone in the VIX. And we're getting close to approaching these all-time historic lows here in the VIX again. And that does give me some concern. We'll want to watch that closely and be very, very cognizant of the fact that a quick reversal is possible. Anytime we're down in these areas, we have to be aware of quick reversals. And you can see how fast they can occur. They can just zoom. So watch that closely today. Another thing that I would like to take a look at this morning is T2122, just to show you how important that move was yesterday and how important it's going to be that that the bulls continue to fight to hold this. We went from the bullish reversal zone down here on T2122 almost all the way up in a single day to the bearish reversal zone. So this could travel up a little bit higher, and of course we can stay up here stuck in this area for a while. So I'm not suggesting that this just says that we pop up here and come all the way back down. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just that the potential exists. We've gone from negative to bullish in one jump, and that bullish could see some sellers come back in. So just be careful of that. So there's a few things to be concerned about. I don't want to be over concerned about them. I love the fact that we made an all-time record high here on the diamonds. I love the fact that the bulls showed up in a strong way yesterday. Now we just need them to follow through. Okay, follow through. So, like I say, get out your pom-poms and cheer for those bulls. We want to see them move us higher, and also make sure you're maintaining your current positions. We had great profits yesterday. All the right way option positions were positive. Heck, this morning we're going to see our Microsoft position well over 60% overall gain in that trade. So let's just make sure we're maintaining those positions. All right. And just as a last reminder, everyone, please make sure and let's close that position on Citibank today to avoid the risk of earnings, collecting that 20% gain. Well, this video is longer than normal, but if this is the first time you've seen this information, please do me a favor, click on that subscribe button. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please click on the follow button, and then you'll be notified when I put this information out. And I do put this information out every single day as part of my morning preparation that I just happen to share with everyone. I wish everyone a great day. Go Bulls, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care, everyone.